Welcome to today's podcast of Everyone Has the Freedom to Choose. This is Deb King. Join us for today's Cornerstone Conversation, Born to Soar. It is easy to become distracted, easy to pour our energy into things that keep us busy, but do not call us higher. We can spend our days tending to what is urgent and familiar, while neglecting what is eternal and purposeful. Distractions drain us. They steal our strength, blur our vision, and pull our eyes away from the very things we were created to fulfill, the things that bring deep joy, meaning, and God-like satisfaction. The enemy of our souls is content to keep us busy enough that we never pause to discover who God created us to be. His goal is to kill, steal, and destroy. But that destruction does not always come through the loss of physical life. Sometimes it comes through stolen ambition, focus, energy, and dreams. Satan would be satisfied to keep us exhausted, distracted, and comfortable, too weary to pursue God, too overwhelmed to dream, too afraid to step into the life God has planned for us. There are seasons when focus becomes one of the greatest battles of our personal growth. It is often easier to do what we know, to remain where we are familiar, to stay where we feel safe. Comfort may protect us from risk, but it can also keep us unfulfilled. Life brings challenges that stretch us, overwhelm us, and sometimes exhaust us. But perhaps some of those very challenges are designed to strengthen us. Perhaps they are meant to free us from the prison of comfort and move us toward the purpose, plan, and endeavors God created us to accomplish. There is an old fable about an eagle in a chicken coop. A farmer once found an eaglet and placed it among the chickens. The baby eagle was fed, kept warm, and protected by the mother hen. As the eagle grew, it became accustomed to the coop. It scratched the ground like the chickens, ate with the chickens, and lived as though it were one of them. It never tried to fly. One day, a stranger passed by and noticed the eagle behaving like a chicken. He asked the farmer, "Why is that eagle living like a chicken?" The farmer replied, "It has never tried to fly. It is content here with the chickens. This is all it knows." The stranger could not accept that. He picked up the eagle, carried it to higher ground, lifted it into the air, and said, "You are an eagle. Fly." But the eagle looked down at the chickens, its familiar companions, its comfortable surroundings, and became afraid. It dropped back down to the ground and returned to the coop. The stranger tried again. This time, he carried the eagle high into the mountains. He turned the eagle's eyes toward the sky and said again, "You are an eagle. Fly." Then he released it, and this time the eagle soared. So the question becomes, where are our eyes focused? The chicken coop represents our comfort zones, our limiting beliefs, and the expectations of those around us. The eagle represents our true identity, the boundless person God created us to be. Where is our focus? Are we content to settle for an ordinary life, or are we willing to risk discovering who we really are? Are we willing to look up from the dirt and realize we were born to soar? Let us consider what enables eagles to rise without growing weary. Eagles fly at high altitudes. They do not gather with every bird in the sky. They fly with purpose and strength, often alone, except for their mate or at times other eagles. They are not built for low places. So we must ask ourselves, who are we keeping company with? Are we surrounding ourselves with those who want to soar, or with those who are content to do the bare minimum to survive? Eagles have powerful vision and focus. They can spot what they are pursuing from great distances. Once an eagle fixes its sight on its prey, it narrows its focus and moves with intention. Obstacles do not easily turn it aside. Are we willing to discipline ourselves in the same way? Are we willing to focus on who God created us to be and on the things He planned specifically for us to do? Eagles are also selective about what they consume. They do not thrive on what is stale, spoiled, or lifeless. There is a lesson in that for us. What are we watching? What are we listening to? What are we participating in? What are we feeding our minds, bodies, souls, and spirits? It matters. If we are going to remain healthy and strong, it will take discipline. It will require us to recognize what strengthens us and what weakens us, and to choose what helps us become the best versions of who God created us to be, so we can endure life's challenges and remain focused on His plan. There is also a powerful lesson in the way eagles choose a mate. The female eagle tests before she trusts. That is wisdom worth considering, not only in marriage, but also in business, friendship, ministry, and every close relationship. Before allowing another eagle to come close enough to partner with her, the female eagle watches carefully. She tests his strength, endurance, courage, and consistency. One commonly told observation is known as the twig test. The female eagle picks up a stick or branch, flies high into the air, and drops it. The male must dive after it and catch it before it hits the ground. She repeats this process often with heavier branches, testing his ability to endure, pursue, and protect. Eagles are also known for dramatic aerial displays. They may lock talons and spiral downward in a breathtaking descent, releasing at the last moment. These flights reveal strength, courage, and trust. Because eagles mate for life, these tests matter. The male must be capable of hunting, feeding, protecting, and helping provide for the female and their young. What would change in our lives if we tested trust before giving access? What if we asked, can this person support, encourage, defend, and protect what God is building in me? Eagles are prepared for storms not merely because they are eagles, but because they know how to use what comes against them. They are focused and strong, and they know what they are built for. When storm winds rise, the eagle does not panic like other birds. It uses the storm's force to lift higher. It spreads its wings, catches the current, and rises above the clouds. What might exhaust another bird becomes the very thing that carries the eagle upward. There is a profound lesson in that. Eagles do not allow the storm to redefine them. They do not allow the wind to defeat them. They use the pressure to rise. God wants the same for us. He wants us to know who we are and whose we are. He wants us to lean into Him for strength, wisdom, courage, and power. He wants us to become all He created us to be, and to do all He created us to do. Isaiah 40:28-31 tells us where our strength comes from. Do you not know? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He will not grow tired or weary, and His understanding no one can fathom. He gives strength to the weary and increases the power of the weak. Even youths grow tired and weary, and young men stumble and fall. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Isaiah chapter 40, verses 28-31, the New International Version. So, the question remains, will you stay in the coop or look toward the sky? Will you remain comfortable or will you become courageous? Will you live distracted and depleted, or will you lean into the God who created you? You were not created merely to survive. You were created to soar. Thanks for listening and being a part of our conversation. If this message meets you where you are today, share it with others who may need the same reminder. For more encouragement and resources, visit my website at everyonehasthefreedomtochoose.com.